everybody, welcome back around to the Vlog and Grill. I am your host, Doug, here with your video blog for March 8th, 2014. I got some NFL talk. I'm going to talk Yankees spring training, give you a look at the Cadillac Championship, but I want to start off with some bracketology. Wichita State rolls on to 31-0, a big 30-point win over Evansville last night. Wichita State really rolling on all cylinders. Ron Baker, Fred VanVleet, and Cleanthony Early are really playing well right now, and this team is going to be tough to beat. I think with this win, they set themselves up to pretty much clinch a #1 seed, even if they fall in one of these last two games. They've proven themselves. They're bringing the team back from last year that went to the Final Four. I think Wichita State has to be the most confident lock for a #1 seed right now. Let's get to the big games today. We have a lot of big games going on today. Florida and Kentucky, they've started right now. Florida leading 17-8. I think Florida will win this game. Florida is right now playing like the best team in the country. Another game going on, SMU and Memphis. I'm picking.
You get sick. You can't breathe through your nose.
I'm gonna pick SMU in this one. I like SMU. They're playing well. Larry Brown has them playing good. SMU will win that one. Later on at 2, we got UConn, number 19, taking on number 11, Louisville. I think Russ Smith, Montrezl Harrell are playing too good right now. Russ Smith will shut down Shabazz Napier, and Louisville will get the win in this one. 9 o'clock tonight, UNC Duke, the rivalry renewed. UNC won the first one. I think Duke will be at home. Too many weapons. They play better defense at home. I'm going to take Duke in this one, coming off the loss to Wake Forest the other night. Duke will win this one, and that will clinch, I do believe that will clinch Duke a spot as the number 3 seed in the ACC tournament, which we'll get to that in a minute, which is big. And then we're going to have New Mexico, number 21, taking on number 10, San Diego State. San Diego State under the radar is a possible 2. I think New Mexico will beat them tonight and put a real damper on the Aztecs' hopes. Alright, as I've done the last couple days, I'm going to update my bracketology. My #1 seed still the same: Florida, Arizona, Wichita State, and Kansas. My teams right now, I'm updating my teams in the hunt for the #1 seed. Virginia really has the best shot to get the #1 seed. Also, Duke does. Even though Duke and Syracuse have about the same chance right now, I feel like in Villanova, I still see as an outside shot. And my team with the most to gain right now has to be those top 4, and really going to be those top 3 in the ACC tournament. North Carolina, Duke, Syracuse, and Virginia. If one of those teams can emerge as the winner in that conference tournament, that team could sneak in as a 1 seed if Kansas falls in their conference title game. If not, that's going to be your 5th team. They're going to get in, and they're going to be that top seed getting ready to, and they'll be put into that Kansas bracket, okay? So that's going to be an interesting matchup. But the ACC tournament, even though the ACC is not great all the way through, they're heavy at the top, and that is going to be big going down the stretch, as they could have 3 of the top, they could have 4, I think, of the top 12 seeds in the tournament. Alright, let's talk about some NFL free agency coming up. I think free agency is going to be interesting, really heavy on the linebackers, or not heavy on the linebackers, heavy on offensive line, defensive line guys. Zane Beadles. Michael Bennett is my big-time guy to watch at the defensive end. This could be a trend for the Seahawks to see if they're going to be able to pay these guys once they get to free agency. It's going to be important for Seattle, and we're going to see what they can do with this. The next guy, wide receiver, Eric Decker from the Broncos. I could see Decker going to the Patriots. We saw Welker go from the Patriots to the Broncos. I could see Decker going to the Patriots, restructure a deal a little bit, and get him there. And safety, my big-time safety watch, Antoine Bethea out of Indianapolis. He played really well in that last year. And I could see him going to the 49ers for sure. They could use some help on the defensive side of the ball. And that's the guy I think will go there. We're going to have a lot more of free agency as well as it comes down. But I also want to talk about the new mock draft that's been put out. The newest mock draft has Blake Bortles. All right, Blake Bortles going #1 overall to the Houston Texans. Jadeveon Clowney going 2nd to the Rams. The 3rd pick, I do believe, was Teddy Bridgewater to Jacksonville. And then rounding out your top 5 picks, Johnny Manziel to the Browns and Sammy Watkins to the Oakland Raiders. Okay, take on those top 5. I do think Johnny Manziel could go to the Browns. I like the 4 and 5 picks. I still think Bridgewater has to be the best quarterback in this draft. I think Bridgewater will go number 1, Clowney 2, Bortles 3, Manziel 4, and number 5 will be Sammy Watkins. So that's all I got. We'll talk mock draft as well coming up once we get closer to the draft. Now let's push back to May. We'll talk more draft in May, so that'll be fun. Right now, though, let's talk a little bit more spring training. The Yankees last night beat the Tigers 3-2, and probably the most important pitching outing of the spring for the Yankees. Michael Pineda finally pitches in a spring training game for him. He goes 2 innings, 1 hit, and 4 strikeouts. Impressive stuff. Pineda really making a push for that 5th spot in the rotation. And Alfonso Soriano is being reported as being the possible first base candidate for the Yankees as well. So that's going to be something to watch as well as they get ready to head to Panama. Most of the team's going to travel to Panama. We'll see David Robertson there. We'll see Jeter, McCann, Ellsbury, Beltran. We'll see the whole slew of them there. So that's going to be fun to watch. Yankees head to Panama next week. We'll have more on that as we get closer to their games down there. All right, time to go to the Sports Center app. Time to check out the golf tournament going on at Doral, the Cadillac Championship. Wind yesterday, wreaking havoc. 113 balls in the water yesterday. Let's go to the Sports Center app and see what's going on. Just going to do a little take your pick stuff here to finish off. Reed, Kuchar, Johnson, and Mahan are in at -1 as the leaders. Guys that have teed off today, looks like better playing conditions for sure. We see Gary Woodland at -2 for the day. Louis Oosthuizen at -1 for the day. Luke Donald -2. So maybe conditions getting a little bit better for the day. We have Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods so far today is at -1 through his first 4 holes, so that's going to be something to watch. And my man, Adam Scott, I'm a big Adam Scott fan for sure. And Adam Scott right now, he went into, I don't think he's teed off yet. Adam Scott is at +4. He's even through his first hole. Alright, so NASCAR also heading to Vegas this weekend. I'm going to pick Kyle Busch, the hometown kid. I think Kyle Busch will get it done. He's my pick at Vegas. Just another news and note, Matt Carpenter signs a 6-year, $52 million extension with the Cardinals. Matt Carpenter was the leading hit getter in the National League last year. Thanks for tuning in to the Blog and Grill. Syracuse, Florida State tomorrow. I'm taking Syracuse on the road. I think Jeremy Grant will be back and ready to go. Syracuse will get the win. They'll go into the ACC tournament as the number 2 seed. We will talk ACC tournament next week. I don't know what day I'll be back, Monday or Tuesday. I'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in. Follow me on Twitter, YankeeBaller415. Comment, question, subscribe to my page. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you back here next week. Have a great weekend.